OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. MDL action continues right now. OG versus LGD.Forever Young. We just got Wingstop here.
What do you think makes
excited for that.
the Wingstop fries really good? It is actually like better than most fries I've had.
Yeah.
Is it the copious amount of salt that they
they're
throw
like
in?
kind of sweet, aren't they?
They're a little bit sweet. They fry them to the point where there's not any grease left inside the fries. I think that's important.
How do you fry it to a point where
I don't actually know, but
Okay.
they cook it.
That's the magic
That's
of
the magic.
Wingstop.
Okay.
You want it crunchy, but you don't also want it grease soaked.
Are they that type of fries where you have to eat it right when you get them, or are they just like bad?
Isn't that all fries?
They last longer than most fries, but all fries are bad after leaving out for like 20 minutes.
And they're never the
So
same
you're
when
telling
you reheat
you're
them.
telling me after this game the fries are just gonna be bad?
Yeah. Oh, did the fries just get here?
Well, it could be a 15-minute
No,
game.
it's gonna come.
They didn't give us fries, actually, but hold that thought. We do have a draft. OG versus LGD.Forever Young. Let's check it out. All right. Please continue, Lemmy.
Someone is going to get the
What else would
fries
you like
now.
to know about Wingstop?
Someone's
or
going to get the
fries?
fries now.
The science of wings.
Uh,
Is that it?
I'm looking at the draft. I got distracted.
okay. Ben, you can eat your chicken. We'll cover it if you want.
I'm here for the draft, bro.
Okay.
Draft's important part.
Then he can eat his chicken.
Yeah.
So, what shall we draft in the first
Urshinger. Oh. Okay.
Nix.
So yeah, that's
Nix.
Please pick Nix.
Nix.
Inflame hasn't had the best tournament.
I thought he was playing a really good shaker yesterday. And
Yeah.
then I don't know where he is today.
I mean, you have to go Nix here. Nix is just too good against Phoenix.
What else have I seen versus Troll or versus Phoenix? Yeah, Nix is I think like one of the best ones, but
Ooh.
I would actually be very surprised if they didn't pick it.
I think Silence in general is quite good. Silencer
It's
in particular.
mediocre though, because I think like it's kind of you can counter initiate with some spells, but if you just go in there with egg like so fast, like you swoop in, you drop all your spirits, and then you drop the egg, and
then
then
Silencer
and then
presses
what?
global, and then the egg dies. And then
you're already all spirited. You're already all slow. You're all taking a ton of damage.
And you're blowing your global to kill a support ult.
Yeah, it's
Oh no, you kill the support ult, and then you kill everyone else. Although, with that said, that fly solo Phoenix that we saw earlier was impressive. His ult was never successful, but he won all the fights.
I mean, LGD, not really any counters to Phoenix, but they're like, hey, we're just going to pick even more team fight than you.
And it also could be a 4 or 5 for OG. I think that's also holds a lot of value for them.
The Phoenix?
Yeah.
I've only seen Fly play it. Does Jirax also?
Jirax has played it before.
Okay.
Usually on more of the roaming support, though.
So we saw this matchup earlier today, the DP versus Invoker. Did we get any particular impression how that lane went, or is it too determined by like the supports roaming in?
I think almost every mid matchup is way too determined by supports roaming, because there's just, I would say on average in mid, if we could have a heat map, it's like 3.5 heroes there. Except that Brood game. The Brood game was the one that we did see this matchup where.
Right. So let's say
even then there were
wasn't- that
supports
wasn't
coming. They were roaming there.
yeah,
yeah.
the Brood team had the
The
Sanking.
Sandkin ganked it twice.
Yeah, the Lina got Shrek.
It's just so many supports. That's where all the action's at. There's 4 melee creeps, man. You can't ignore that. 8 creeps in one lane plus 2 rings.
Makes you miss only mid mode.
Oh, that mode was fun.
That's a great little in-house one.
With super creeps?
Yeah. They looked so clowny too in Warcraft.
Do you know the lore of super creeps?
That is a research project worthy of our
Is it
time.
like an evolution from creeps, or is it like a different species?
Are they like
entirely?
a mutation that went wrong? You know?
I
I
don't know.
wish in a distant future that in schools there's like research project about Dota stuff.
There's even different kinds of super creeps. There's like the big Hydra, there's like the big Golem.
But,
Okay, anyways, back to draft. LGD.Forever Young. Most of the Chinese teams do like to draft very heavy team fight, with Death Prophet being the crux of a lot of lineups, and LGD.Forever Young no different, especially when Super is playing for this team. Dude, that guy is like the ultimate team fighting mid.
Radiant
Super.
team
Yeah, he's like the quintessential team fighting mid.
Okay.
That's
That's a
the
good
dude.
word. Quintessential.
The
It's like-
one thing that I've gotten out of the Chinese DP players, it seems like they don't value exorcism as like a straight pushing tool.
They wanted to win the team fights.
Yeah, like I think they value it almost as a secondary to
I think
like
you,
getting kills off and winning fights.
You're misplaced by our 0% conversion rate death profit mid versus the Brood.
Well, even in some of the games that we casted in Shanghai for the other Chinese event, is that
5 seconds remaining.
even in games that DP does well, she almost does it from killing. Like they'd like to pick up Solar Crest as a secondary item just for, well, better tank, but also more offensive capabilities.
Wow, they get Nyx in second phase? What?
Versus Invoker.
And
Phoenix.
yeah,
that is the dream.
That's the dream. Maybe OG thought they could snag in the second phase.
Maybe they saw the Sand King and be like, you know, Nyx is playing the same role.
10 seconds.
And then
That's the thing about
and then
Porky
last game,
Seals.
right? We thought the clock wasn't gonna be picked because there's a Night Stalker showing, and then they went back for it and be like, got him.
Got him.
Yeah, you're
Got
at the
him
Sand
good.
Cade's like, do you really need a Sand Cade and a Nyx?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Oh, I will take mass stuns versus heroes that are good versus my heroes.
So who do you like more on the off lane, or rather, who do you like
don't
more
know
as?
you don't know who the safe lane is.
Okay.
If you're
You
just
get the-
purely sacking, I think Nyx is better because I think Sand King's better at roaming.
Okay.
But I think if there's a hero that you can pressure, like a weak melee hero like a Luna, or weak melee-ish hero like Luna, for example, I think Sand King's very good at dealing with that. But it also depends like on how much kill potential you think you have on the side lanes. Like
Now, is there a safe lane that just defecates on both of them?
not really.
I thought we were using big words, you know.
All right, well, I think you just want Ben's wings and wings secured.
Wings secured. Start throwing out.
You ain't
gross
eating those
words.
now?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think so. I don't think there's a hero that's like really, really good versus both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do OG want for Mr. No Tail? Generally, they pick him like that pushing. Like last time they had the Terrorblade that got banned.
I mean, No Tails play all the weird heroes this game or this tournament.
I mean,
got
they've
the
run
Arc Warden,
they've
got
run
the Meepo,
They ran the Meepo one time.
the Visage. I mean,
Oh, the Safe Lane Visage. Okay.
Radiant team pick.
is it though?
They're not going to get the Offlane Bristle though, and I think we overall our verdict was that like the Safe Lane Bristle was the main reason why, or sorry, the
offlane
Offlane Bristle was the main
yeah.
reason why they had success, more so than the Visage or the Invoker.
Okay.
So
10
can they make it
seconds
work
remaining.
without Be God?
It could still be a support, like a 4 and 5 Visage Phoenix. Is that too
What do they do though? They
Why
just
is the
sit-
camera
They just sit in lanes.
on us? I feel very.
Everyone wants to
Self-conscious.
watch you. You're beautiful, Lumi.
My mom tells me that too. Thank you.
She's like every day, just Lumi, you're beautiful.
I think that's a lie. Your mom does not tell you that.
She does not.
Has your
Asian
mom-
parents.
Asian
Asian
parents
parents
do not.
never.
Has your mom ever called you beautiful?
No.
Okay.
My mom never
she
even
called you-
praised me ever.
Has she called you handsome?
Yes.
No, my mom flames me all the time.
I'm sure.
The funniest thing she's ever told me, I came home, I was like, I came out of the shower without a shirt, and I gained a little bit of weight, and she was just like, she's like making fun of me because I was a little bit of fat, and then right after that she was like talking about my acne, and it's like, oh, you know, don't worry about it, I have I get makeup on at events, it's not that big a deal. She's like, well, makeup can't cover up your belly. I was like, damn.
But here's the weird thing, right? They call you fat.
Flamed.
This happens to me too. They call you fat, and then
10 seconds.
like the next day, hey, you want to go out for ice cream? Or you know, it's like they just keep giving you food and
They're
stuff
testing
like
you,
that.
man.
Seconds remaining.
Trying to teach you discipline.
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 Oh yeah.
Ooh,
That's
Centaur.
the siege engine in the safe lane.
Centaur might be a decent counter versus Death Prophet. You run away from all the spear siphons.
All right, so is that a
Disengage.
no-tail or an S4 centaur?
I would say S4 Centaur. Position 1 Centaur is a thing of the past. Ever since they nerfed that like return on illusion
Yep.
crumb.
You could still
crumb
just
stuff.
take the tower.
Yeah, but
Easy damage.
you need to run around, I think, at Centaur. You can't just sit there statically farming. Like a Visage. Visage, for example, you can sit in a lane static farming because you have the birds that can run around and do stuff. So you can still contribute to your team. Centaur, I guess you can press your R button, but it's not that great. But I think you talked about it, right, Lumi? The Death Prophet, the Chinese teams like to use it a lot to win a team fight. But if you Centaur ult away and they don't win the team fight with it, they can't actually do anything with it. Death Prophet.
Their conversion rate is quite low.
Yeah.
For team fights and tower pushes.
They do have a lot of stuns though, so Stampede is not like a get out of jail free card.
True that.
It's a stun factory.
And the upheaval counter. OMG.
If this is a Visage core like the game that we saw earlier, I feel for Warlock. Because that Disruptor in that game just straight up died, and I don't see Warlock having any particular way to defend himself.
Or at least you can Fatal Bonds as a big last FU to those birds.
Fatal Bond the birds and then die.
And then you rock them too when you die.
Okay.
They're very ultimate dependent though right now. Feels like OG can fight more frequently.
They don't have any minus armor this game too. I think when they had Visage last time, they had Dazzle and Bristle, so 2 sources of minus armor. This game, none. So you might not be able to just destroy people with the Visage Birds like last time. They don't even have a good AC carrier.
And then on the other direction back, I think what we saw from that Visage game was that the cloak armor was like never taken off. I feel like LGD or LFY here has more tools too.
With do
more ticks.
Yeah, Sandstorm. Yo, that talent, you get the 50 extra Sandstorm damage. You burrow around top, start doing, and then there goes all that cloak.
Do you need it to take off the cloak? I don't think you need it to take off the cloak.
You need 50 or more damage.
Yeah, but it does 80 DPS.
Why not more?
All right, well, if it might still be a support Visage anyway. So.
That's true.
They don't have a good tower hitter.
Visage.
Problem.
They have Visage Invoker.
Did you not? Yeah. Oh, okay, CK.
Yeah. I think
he was super far ahead that game. That game was like deceptive. The supports could hit the tower. Remember? Wait, was it that game? No, Rubik got damaged in another game and did never use it.
Yes.
Wait,
no, that was Lich. Lich got plus 150 yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you not remember that glorious Lich-centric cast?
Chaos Knight. Well, Chaos Knight has minus armor.
Dude, this is OG. It would not surprise me if it's like a roaming Chaos Knight and a carry Visage.
Could be a support.
All right,
I'd be surprised. Weaver. Might be a free game for a Weaver here.
Yeah, another one.
Weaver gets Lincolns is no way to stop him.
Good hero for the Phoenix as well.
Yep, very good versus the Egg.
I like the Weaver pick. It worked for them before.
Oh, Ben, will you call me back? Like 5 hours ago?
No, I know. I called you back like 3 minutes after you called me. 4 minutes.
But I was like immersed in my Weibo time.
Weibo. Well, yeah. Looking at these drafts. Invoker first pick doesn't really seem to get punished that badly. It depends on how much Afu can do. Afu, I think, is the linchpin to Forever Young's early game, as usual for LGD.Forever.
You guys think this is a free Weaver game? I don't think it's as free because what was required of EG last time was they needed to initiate with either Shaker or Earth Spirit, and then they have to blow everything on it, like the Ice Blast, and then all
but
that
they can't actually control him in this game.
Yeah, they can. They have CK stun. They have the Centaur, and
CK stun's super unreliable, and Centaur has a very long cast point.
But the thing is, like, I feel like once you do get the stun off, they have pretty much guaranteed ways to kill him, right? They have so much burst damage.
I think it's
Sun Strike, Double Edge. I think it's
where if he gets ahead, he's like almost uncontrollable. But if he's behind, then
you have Warlock ulti. Last game they had 2 instant stuns. Okay. They had Shaker Echo and they had the Geomagnetic Grip. That's 2 instant ways to stop him from Shikuching. This game, it's like
they have
very honorable.
They have Cold Snap out, Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Relax.
Cold Snap Sunray, man. That's like that's a chain stun.
That's a chain stun.
Don't forget the Visage Birds. And you doubt Jerex's micro skills.
Jayo.
I think it's a pretty good Weaver game again.
Yes, I would like to play Weaver in this game.
Okay.
Rather than CK. You cast your Phantasm, you get Fatal Bonded.
I think that's what's actually important. What your carry player likes to play.
Yeah, what would you rather play? Warlock?
I don't play carry.
Oh, okay.
So
what
I don't know.
support would you rather play?
Not this Warlock.
Not Warlock, okay. But it's a support Visage. You're okay with that, right?
No, I just don't like to play Warlock. It's boring as hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you're biased.
Yeah.
Against.
I want to be the Sand King, dude. Let's go.
Atlantic.
Let's
everyone wants to be Sand King.
Yeah.
Sand King's the dream.
That's why he's the final boss in Silkbreaker, or Silkbreaker, whatever it's called.
Silkbreaker.
Because he is the bee's knees.
Well, that is 3 runes for LGD.Forever as they secure top rune. They will not be so fortunate to secure the rune with the Visage because Visage is blocking mid.
That's actually a stat I'd be interested to hear. Like, how much does each extra bounty rune at the 0 minute mark increase your win rate? Is it a big advantage? I would guess no. Where's Nahaz when you need him?
I mean, I don't think that's actually a relevant statistic, so...
But how do you know? I mean, that's the whole
So where's
point.
Nahas when you need them?
Oh, gee.
I'm sorry, Nahas.
Oh, dear. Well, it's kind of a quiet start here for both teams. It's going to be LFY running the Warlock Weaver dual lane up against that Centaur Visage. Meanwhile, it is the now quickly becoming classic Death Prophet versus Invoker showdown mid. Does leave this offlane Nyx up against the Chaos Knight. LFY going for the unstoppable Nyx Sand King dual lane strat.
So Ben, earlier we're asking like how does the mid lane go? But you know, there's so much roam. But in a scenario like this where there is no roam, who do you think is actually favored in the
Death
mid lane?
Prophet. Invoker is, I think, one of the weaker mids, and Death Prophet is one of the stronger mids.
Okay.
I also think Death Prophet just has a lot more kill potential. Because if you ever want to go on the DPs, you can almost always just
Spirit Siphon.
Spirit Siphon, yeah. Because you usually need 2 people to gank, right? So if you save your Spirit Siphon, you have 2 ways to heal.
And do you like ranking up the Siphon over the...
At least, at the very least, at level 3. Level 5, it depends. I usually see Spirit Siphon, but I do slightly favor the 4-0-2 build.
Okay.
I mean,
you can push out waves.
This game, it feels a lot easier for Super because he's also got the bigger threats from roaming with the Sand King.
Oh, here we go.
You're not going to see like a Visage Phoenix come to mid and do much. They'll try for it though. DDC coming in for the little Warlock surprise. This is not something Ana was expecting. Jarek's not joining the fray. Super getting very aggro.
Oh, Ana
go on. Ana
spot.
taking the Spirit Siphon, tanking the creeps, drops the Ice Wall. See ya. Well, I thought maybe the Sand King would roam there, but in fact, not the case. Meanwhile, up top, a flurry of action breaking out. Inflame is down. Good pick off there for OG, looking for Afu as well. No-Tail's got the stun, lobs it out, gets the 1 second. That's just enough to swing that cleaver.
Man, you're right, Ben. Inflame has not been playing well today. Just every time the camera's on him, he's getting dumpstered.
We need a new word. Dumpstered is being overused.
Alright. Thesaurus.com, I'm on it.
Getting trashed. Trash canned, owned, destroyed, ridiculed,
Decimated.
stomped, decimated, desecrated, gobsmacked. See, look at that. Gobsmacked.
Gobsmacked.
I like gobsmacked.
Gobsmacked. That could be a name of a band.
It is. It's the name of a can.
I like Wastebasket. It's just like it's like more subtle, but when you think about it,
But you gotta make it a verb, dude. You can't say they got put in a wastebasket.
Circular filed. They got circular filed. Trash paled.
You need to work on your search engine searching.
I'm like trying to judge Lumi for this while also controlling the camera, but he's really getting the best of my concentration here. Admit, what are you looking up?
I search
Why would you
owned.
look owned?
Owned? That's Urban Dictionary.
Alright, okay.
owned,
Let me
Lumi.
change it to pwned, guys.
How about-
Thesaurus.com got me on this one.
How about destroyed?
Alright, destroyed.
Destroyed might be good.
DE_stroyed.
Can you not spell it destoried?
Yeah, you can.
Consumed, devout. Dude, this one.
Very good. Incinerated, obliterated, razed, totaled, wasted,
Sacked. Okay.
sacked.
Eradicated.
Pillaged.
No one uses eradicated. That's a good one.
I like incinerated. Oh my god, what's happening?
Incinerated.
Well, Invoker's not having a good time mid, gentlemen.
Would you say he's getting sacked?
He is getting Desecrated, devoured, demolished, decimated, and destroyed and storied as well.
Maybe it's just defecated.
And defecated.
I still like that more.
That's just not good
That's
imagery.
No.
That's not what's happening
but
here.
you just say like, no. Like, you know, you ask your mid player, oh, how are you doing in your lane? And then you're like, oh, that Invoker is getting shit on, right? You just say that.
Yes.
But a more classy way is
There's nothing classy about that.
Defecating on him now.
That's not classy.
If you preface it with some other, like, you can't just say, I'm defecating on him. If you surround it with other classy terms like,
oh, defecating on mid.
Dearest sir, I am defecating on my jousting partner in the middle line.
I do believe.
Yeah, then you can use it. Then it sounds classy. But
You have to have a monocle and put it on as well.
I've never heard my opponent referred to as a jousting partner.
that's because you don't play with classy
You
people.
clearly don't cross
yeah.
swords very often, Lumi.
You are correct. My swords are generally not crossed.
Oh.
Plays.
Oh, super. Oh, is he going to live?
Oh.
Is he going to live? Gets that salve off.
Oh, the
now
heal
the
from
heal,
the
the
creeps.
haste coming in.
Wait,
DC's going to grab
why
the
is he running
super.
back in? Where's the haste room?
He's got backup coming. Super's going to turn this. Maybe.
Go DDC?
Wow. Super. With the plays. Okay, if he doesn't drop his nulls, all is wasted. Okay, he's dropped it.
Okay. Did you say that he out-jousted his jousting partner there?
He did,
Okay.
Poor fly.
including that creep.
Have you guys ever been to medieval times?
I've been to a Renaissance fair. It was lit.
Was that similar to medieval? It should
I
be.
mean, it's like a representation, right?
Okay. How'd you enjoy it?
It is hot, and a lot
Mid
of people-
lane.
Yeah, he's popping them ghosts. 0% conversion rate.
Meanwhile, Inflame in danger here, and will go down. OG able to pick him off. Super going back in on Jerax. No respect for the Visage. Down will go.
Dude, this conversion rate is definitely not 0.
Towers are melting.
It looked 0, and then Jirax went back in.
He thought he could kill him.
Yeah.
But that probably baited him with the stick.
Dude, this Max Souls or Sarah Siphon is so effective this game.
Yeah. This is a positive conversion rate. This is what you want to do as a Death Prophet. Well played, sir.
CK porting in.
Oh, look at this upheaval from downtown.
Super's just fine. Got the stick. Oh, he's out of there.
He's like the most invincible Death Prophet.
Living a charmed life.
The Undeath Prophet.
Afu. Gonna go down. No point in the
The
sandstorm.
alive prophet.
Tower down.
They did lose 2 in the end, but they got that tower.
We can count his conversion rate now.
Nyx has level 6. The Nyxing is coming.
No Sunray on Fly. Not a big surprise because
Because of Nyx. Yeah.
No-Tail running around very early on in this game, sweeping his way towards mid. The boot list doesn't matter. CK 325 move speed already.
I think roaming CK is always very risky because what we saw from RTZ last game. Wait.
Oh, Afu going for the manly burrow strike, but there ain't no running here. As OG will delete him. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's just the Weaver running wild. Ana needs help. In comes the Firebird looking to support him. No mana for the Cold Snap, has that solitary stick charged. Now the time lapse will give him the extra charges he needs, but damage already done. Super's gone straight top. Don't need Exorcism when you're just a right-click Prophet. He's got the double null tallies out. Now the Yule's on the way. Out of control, gentlemen.
The Warlock roam has been on point too.
Dude, this is the most successful Warlock roam play I've seen.
He had pretty good runes to do so. The illusion rune that early on actually does a lot.
Oh, Afu, look at that positioning to break the smoke. Beautifully done by the Sand King. Just chilling up on the high ground near the tower. OG, complete waste of time for them.
I guess speaking about the Warlock roam, because Monet has such an easy lane against the Centaur that he's allowed to roam, right? So a little bit of drafting help in that regard.
Super's so farmed. And Ana's in trouble now. They're gonna find him. He does have the point of wax. Exorcism committed, but gets off the silence. The surprise from Super is super effective.
The AoE on the silence is so... If you don't play DP, it's just like much bigger than you actually think it is. I like the casual silence even before maxing Crypt Swarm. I guarantee the kill there.
That last point is not value.
I believe Awards spotted out that smoke gank, so...
Well, at least one of them. They got mid lane on lock. Still though, Jerax is sticking around. Even a dire skin revealing this, he's going to flap up to the safety of the tower.
Well, if nothing else, they still saw the arcane rune being picked up because they had that observer ward there, so it will be wise.
They want a piece of Monet. They get that stomp initiation, and the bug goes splat. Still, a Radiant scan did reveal Mr. Jerax. This is not a safe place. This is not a safe space.
There's really no way for LFY to punish them because they don't have DPO. If it's a push, it's a very slow push. They need to go
really
back.
Don't have any push outside of that until Weaver gets big.
Okay, they ping out no tail.
Huh? Super going very deep into these trees, looking for Jerax. The top bottom tower not dead just yet. Meanwhile, No Tail does dodge away from that stun. Still, they give pursuit. Afu's not going to give up that easily. No Tail lurking on the high ground. The swag plays, but Monet is there to greet him. Nice little reality rift. Still, they pursue. They've got another stun on the Nyx in just a second. Again, right around the Rosie. They want those posies. They still cannot connect on the stuns for the Nyx, but it won't matter. They get them anyway. Meanwhile, Super just diving the tier 3s. Don't worry. Nothing to see here. Unpunished.
Ana's getting a lot of Ana time.
Needs it, too.
What is Ana time?
Ana time is just one-on-one. One-on-one with you and creeps.
Is that the new word for it?
Well, you call it me time, alone time, farming time, comeback time.
I thought there was like a negative connotation to it, where like he does poorly
time,
in the lane and then gets Ana time to come back. Oh, nice spike.
I think he's like an introvert, you know. He needs that alone time to recharge. Invoker strikes me as an introvert, even though he shit talks everyone.
It's a self-defense mechanism, the shit talk. Because you know he's like insecure about being a nerd.
He's an anime pro, isn't he? Not a nerd.
I mean, isn't that the same thing?
You would know, so I'll take your word for it. DDC getting called out here. Does have the rock. Lets it go with the exorcism as well. He will drop pretty quickly. S4 trying to get out of here with the hood. Motel will pull him back in. And a nice dodge, but at the same time, not sure he makes it out. I'll try with the silence. The long-range auto from No-Tail gets the job done. Very fortuitously had the DD rune.
Where are the stunners at?
They're chilling mid. They're trying to...
That is a fight that Nyx definitely needs to be there for.
Yep.
Like, that is... Yeah, I mean, he's trying to get kills right now, but it's so hard.
Ooh, I love that interaction. You pop your spike, and then the return damage activates the spike for the stun. Very nice.
You know, the good egg by Fly at the buzzer, man, just to get this thing off. But Fly still looking to retreat here. Their Weaver did go down.
First stuns.
They get more. Carapace, extremely annoying. Turns around, another follow-up impale. DDC comes in, gives him the heal. That base regen coming into play, staying alive. Now Super coming back in. Is there an Icarus dive available? No siree. They're looking to bring Fly down. He'll go for the casual TP. And he's up.
Wow. I actually do not know why he used them. Maybe he expected a dive or something like that. But that Yules was unnecessary.
I think he thought that once he Yules, it's a guarantee kill. But
he was already slowed from the Spirit Siphon.
Like, I guess he thought there was no TP as a escape move. But
suboptimal.
Gotta read more books, dude.
That's Invoker's job.
Is Invoker icon still... I remember when it used to be a book. That was cool.
So Ana has really caught up here. All of a sudden, ahead of the Death Prophet.
Got some Ana time, man.
Yeah. That's what Invokers like, dude. They just want to power farm up, get your levels, get your scepter, and then you start joining the fights by sunstriking people.
Just give me like 5 years and then I'll be ready to go.
He has one of the best 25s, I think. That 18-second tornado cooldown. Absurd. What do you guys think?
Should we?
Most people that I've seen seem to get the deafening blast.
Should we do a Suns fan and create a ranking of 25 talents?
I'd be down.
Let's go. Me and Ben Wu. Is Queen of Pain like undoubtedly #1?
What? No, it's definitely not. I don't think it's undoubtedly.
I mean, she takes over the game when she's 25.
I think there's still counters to it. You can use her, or you can, as long as you take off the Mjolnir buff, I think you're okay.
Okay. What would you say, without a lot of research in your heart right now, what's #1?
What's my heart say? I want to look at a hero list real fast.
Hold on. We'll have action. Afu on the run. They commit heavily here. A well-placed silence by Super. He runs directly into the middle of the enemy squad. The rock gets dropped. All the while, the Yule Scepter keeping him healthy. He brings down one. He wants a piece of Jerax too. Flying after the Visage, but the Visage a bit too fast. No turn back for No Tail. Make it 2. They'd love to get S4 as well, but he's snuck into the trees. TP'd out. A 2-for-1. Did get a pretty big kill there in the CK.
I actually think Abba's is probably one of the best.
The Aphotic Shield?
Yeah. That thing is just insane.
Was it plus 500?
Plus 300.
300. It makes it 500, right?
Yeah, and then if you have Octarine, you're pretty much a god. 6-second cooldown, so 4.5. And then an AoE explosion and a heal and a dispel in one. Oh.
Do you say bruh to that?
It's more than bra, man.
That's a bra.
Sand King also getting a little bit of Afu time. Gonna finish that blink.
I see you're using my lines.
Hmm?
Yeah.
What lines?
I called it Afu time.
Yeah.
That one actually rolls off the tongue a lot better than Ana time.
Huh?
What means when you're
LD,
solo
get your
farming.
head in the game,
What
man.
is Afu time?
Afu time is when Afu spends time farming for Afu and not doing stuff for his team because he needs that blink dagger.
He hardly ever does that.
I know.
This guy's a team player.
All
But now he has his blink dagger and now he's back to being a team player.
In Flame.
In Flame, being a solo player here, wants to set up on the
more.
Centaur, and he has not done the math properly. S4 actually wants to go back in. He's thinking about Afu. Oh,
Blink revealed.
Flipped by the spirits.
I wonder if the play there was to activate your spike for a while and then hit him and then impale, and then by that time spike comes off cooldown so you can hit him again to proc return spike stun.
I mean, he was like 10 HP off killing him.
Right, that extra second would have mattered.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you don't have a 780 in math. You know?
Damn.
There you go.
Not all of us, Lumi.
That's a very fast Invoker's Eggs. 18 minutes when he already died a few times and lost his mid tower. I think this this double stun duo have not really been connecting. I think Super has been doing a fantastic job this early game, but I think like if they were there for that top fight where Super died, I think that they would have had their blink a little bit earlier and they would have been able to shut down this Invoker a lot more. But they spent a lot of time not actually killing Invoker, not actually helping on the 5th Prophet, and they have paid.
How do you feel about the Weaver build? We saw a completely different build last time when he was going for the like old school Linken's build, but that Dragonlance, the Fusel Blade, was very effective in the previous Weaver game.
He is dying, but
he's dying. He's also not killing.
Yeah, I do like the early Lance here just because I think it helps you kill the egg.
I just think that the most dangerous stun right now against him is the Hoof Stomp, and the Linken doesn't really help too much against that.
Yeah.
So it would behoove him to get a Dragonlance, I would say.
Oh. The thing about it, does he really need any defensive items? Don't you always have Rock to, or like a Blink Sand King to help you out from any sort of burst? It's not like they have BKBs. They can't just like burst you down. But
I would say that DP is probably the higher priority target, and DP is going to play in the front anyway. So I think playing the more glass cannon assassination type build is better.
Yeah. We'll see. Death Prophet did go for the Atos. Very good counter versus a Stampede. And pretty good versus...
That's true, actually. The old Atos, not so much.
Yeah. Like, alternatively, you can, like, use a Stampede hero, but generally that's not preferable because you need the use to save yourself. And he'll... pop the smoke! DDC!
Blade.
Player!
Even lives.
No, I believe the correct term is playa.
He is a player. Oh, and the double D award. Oh my god. How many consumables did he just waste? Smoke, Sentry, Obs Ward, 250 down the drain.
Keep it in the pants.
Keep it in the pants.
So
Look, it's light. I haven't clicking on shrines again. I'm gonna point that out every time I see it.
Alright, they find Fly, good silence, and a good kill.
The Atos.
Ooh.
And by the way, Monet did go back for a Diffusal Blade, so
Okay, good.
I like this choice.
I like the offense.
Chasing after Mr. Ana, they know they're on the scent, they
Missed.
pop that dust and they somehow still miss.
I think even with the dust, they probably still wouldn't have gotten killed though, so not a huge deal. Forced out Stampede! Now you don't need Atos, people. Space.
They have Exorcism soon. There is no Stampede to defend this tower.
I wonder what Death Prophet's gonna get next.
Octarine?
She doesn't have any armor though.
Yeah, so they normally go for Solar Crest,
Solar Crest into
Yeah.
Octarine, I would like that.
but I wonder if she feels confident because she has been doing extremely well.
You can also get Veil. I think Veil's really value with her lineup. Sand King, Nyx, Death Prophet herself. I think you want one armor item though. You could alternatively just go Shiva's.
Sure.
Do you want Shiva's though? Shiva's pretty good versus CK.
How are you guys feeling about the support Visage? Are you feeling Jerax's impact this game?
Well, he's not level 10. Once he gets GPM talent, then we'll start talking LD.
Well, once he's had the GPM talent.
I think it's more of the position that OG is in. I think Visage as a hero is much better when you're doing stuff offensively, getting kills or pushing towers, and he's not in a position to do that for his team, so not much impact of this.
LFY making their move here. Good burrow, catches out two. Afu setting things up, and it's 4. Gets mowed down. Monet finds him. Now the Carapace done. Time just right. Looking for Fly. The Swarm ticks him down. LFY grabbing 2 more frags. It does feel like OG have a pretty fearsome late.
Light of
game.
Heaven, what are you doing, bro?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. It's like, why is he pinging the shrines?
It's always this shrine.
Why
Right?
don't you ask him in spectator chat?
He's a TI winner. I feel intimidated. Like, I feel like he will just look at me.
He's not an intimidating guy. He's very friendly.
He is actually very fun.
In person. Online, he's a flamer. But mostly to other CIS players and commentators, it seems.
They're all taking the magic resistance talents. So clearly they are not very scared of the Chaos Knight, which they really shouldn't be, because they have plenty of AoE to deal with the illusions. And illusions can't get PKB, so they will always be vulnerable to the stun lock, unless he is super, super massive to the point where they can withstand the AoE, but he is not at that point.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
It's gonna be a long time before the CK illusions could stand, because they still have like Fatal Bond and Epicenter.
Yep.
So the whole OG squad just walked behind Ana, and I think this ward scouted at least a few of them.
You can tell by the way Ana's position though where the rest of them are. He's positioned on the left side of the creeps. If they were to the northeast, then he would be positioned close to the range creep. So they know exactly where they are despite them being smoked.
Yeah, the lane ward certainly
Oh, that
helps in
TP
that
though.
regard.
That's some risky stuff.
Monet has Aegis them. Gotta deal with these
Bird
familiars.
feed!
Aegis is about to expire, in fact, as he makes his move forward.
Or is that a bird bait?
The whole squad's coming in.
Jerax
The shrine saving his life. Jax, though, with the Gravekeeper's Cloak, able to live a little bit longer. At least for now, Ana lurking in the trees. The flank comes, but it's slow and it's late, and Jerax is already dead. Good meatball with the follow-up from the Sunstrike. Beautiful combination here. They'll take down 2, including the Death Prophet, immediately at the start of the fight. That pretty much puts a stop to it all. OG spring the flank. They do it even though LFY knew they were in the neighborhood. They still catch
They
them
had
off guard.
no idea where Invoker was, though. He was poisoning the trees to the left side.
Yeah. And DDC not being able to break up that chain stun with his rockets. Oh no. Oh,
Another kill for the Ana machine. Annihilated. As they will bring down
they could just
4.
lose racks here. They got the. Okay, never mind. They TP out. Tier 3.
Well, Jerax played that one perfectly. Just sit there and tank the gank.
Yep. Ideally, they do have, as you mentioned, the rock to stop bad things from happening.
Stop bad things from happening.
Yeah, like getting comboed by Invoker and a Centaur. That was a lot of damage coming out. Well, net worth has gone down to about 1,000. Also, OG They waited there patiently too. Not only were they waiting to bait, they were also waiting for the Aegis to expire. Hopefully they could get another juicy kill.
And Flame is hunting for one of those juicy kills. Afu is on the chase, but 4-second stun countered somewhat by this Carapace. Afu comes in, tries to break up the combo with Ana lurking on the low ground. Doesn't matter. Nyx is down, and quite possibly Afu will pay as well. That's the two big team fight initiators out of the picture. OG
There's a big disconnect in between these two heroes and the rest of the team. I've been sensing this all game from them, and they need to be able to use Exorcism. They didn't get it off in the last fight, which means usually, okay, other team use all their big ultimates. Stampede, Phantasm, Egg, and S4. Looks like he is going to die over here. Perish by the hands of the Beetle.
Do you feel like there's also a disconnect between the draft and the way they're playing it? Because I feel like LFY is a strong... fairly strong at deathballing. Maybe not they lost that last team fight, but
they just weren't able to get much use out of the Aegis. I think a big part of the Visage play too is that he can split push with the birds. Right.
And the Force Spirits too.
And the Force Spirits. So they're behind, so they're going to be able to split. They are going to try and split push and avoid fights while they can. But OG's been really good at positioning though. I think it is really hard for these two stunners to actually find people because they're always in the trees and they always have summons ahead of them. So props to OG for getting back the lead.
They definitely fought their way back into this one. What was once a 6,000 gold deficit, 6,000 experience, has now swung to about 2K in OG favor, so around an 8K swing in total. They do find Ana here. This could be a big opportunity. Have they brought detection? The Mana Burn comes out. Ana stampedes away though with the BKB Tornado Surprise. Will get out safely, and while that was happening, Afu gets obliterated mid. Super is going to scramble here with the Exorcism, the Yule's combo, and OG just keep on running away, weaving in and out of the fights with these BKBs. They're not able to focus anyone down. No-Tail now going to try to Phantasm and make it out safely, but Monet will deal with him, so they at least get some revenge there on the Knight. Now they want S4 as well, and they're near the Roche Pit. How convenient. Could be an even bigger opportunity for LFY. Objectives are on the menu.
Conversion rate, success.
That was a pretty lucky salvage fight for LFY.
Dude, Death Prophet was in, that was some godly positioning from him. He didn't even have to pop his BKB. That's how good his positioning was in that fight. He was in the trees, and CK's cast point is notoriously poor. Ooh,
the silence though.
This is a bold maneuver, and it's not going to pay off.
Wow, super.
Silence on mid-flight, man.
How hype can you get for a Death Prophet? This has been the most hyped Death Prophet. Even the early game was super exciting for him.
Yeah.
He's wearing some commons. Somebody needs to get this man some new cosmetics.
Maybe that's what he's just trying to fit in and be the pleb.
Blend in, camouflage yourself.
Yeah, dude, he's like that. He's like that boxer or wrestler that just looks like a commoner, and then he just destroys you with his superior fighting style.
Why don't we have some DP Immortals?
Because nobody likes playing that hero.
Well, she's so kawaii. Watch Immortal 3. We're gonna have a DP Immortal.
She already has a. Doesn't she already have one of the?
You say that like you're sure we're gonna get an Immortal 3, Lemmy.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Maybe by September.
We're waiting.
September 43rd, we'll get them.
People are starting to riot. It's taking a while.
They're trying to build up suspense.
What's the big announcement at this TI? How do you top the Monkey King unveiling or the Techies fireworks?
It was really hyped last time with the patch 7 announcement.
Yeah, and it was patch 7 as well. I don't know if Valve can beat it this time. They can't do version 8.
Well, people thought they weren't going to beat the prize pool, but look at it now, LD. Hater.
Yeah, but they put too much effort in the prize pool. Now there's no sweet surprises left, and that's my fear.
Has it been a surprise every TI?
No, just the past few. The All-Star match, I think it was TI4 was the first big one, or maybe it was TI3.
Does Deadmau5 count?
That was a disastrous surprise, but such was the
What was the name of the DJ at the after party?
Katie Kate.
Katie Kate, that is the surprise.
Katie Kate emceeing TI.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They're waiting. OG are very patient. They have very good vision. Oh, they're gonna walk into it in flame.
No tails TPing out.
Ooh. They know something funky's going on.
They don't see Monet or TDC, so it could be all 5 just lurking at the base.
Time to smoke. Monet is not with them though, but they are linking up to him. No Tail is going to be able to bottle up an illusion rune.
Oh, that's
extra
big.
reality rift value. They know where Fly is. They have that observer ward on the high ground.
No Tail could be in trouble here. No, going to go straight for Fly. Does get off the stun, but he's too far away for the follow-up. Super commits the exorcism. They lock him down with the carapace. The silence coming through as well. A lot for the Phoenix. Do they even get him? The ghosts are not enough. He gets back to safety. The Solar Crest helped keep him alive. Well played by Jarex. And now No Tail being dealt with. Meanwhile, elsewhere, he does pop that illusion and tries to hang on. The exorcism a bit too much for him to stay alive, but hey, that's what split push is for. S4 shoving in this top lane, and that's all they get is a Chaos Knight at the end of it.
Pretty good kill though.
No objectives.
Very good positioning by Fly there to not die there. And they did have to run through No Tail to get to him, and only the Nyx was able to get there in a very quick manner. Well, Dire Scan was used in the very middle of the map. They did see Monet coming back from that fight to the mid lane, but not a great effect.
I think they're gonna look for Sand King here. I think they might get him, yeah. Tornado.
Oh, catches him on the burrow out, and now meet the Reaper. Nope, he's okay for now. Keeps on running, keeps on juking.
Woo. He's lucky there were creeps right next to him to tank that Sunstrike.
Dude, that 10% magic resist talent, man, I'm telling you. That was a difference maker.
It was.
I would agree.
Oh man, he had Gem there too. Woo.
Fly?
So who are you gentlemen favoring at this point? Seems pretty back and forth, 32 minutes in. LFY holding on to a moderate lead.
I think Death Prophet's going to be able to outpace the CK in terms of, like, you always want to get to that point where you can kill the illusions faster than they can kill you. And Death Prophet has been on the right side of the line the entire game. Now that Shiba's coming out pretty soon and No Tail just died, I think that is going to continue for some time to come. However, Ana is beyond godlike.
Yeah, I like 25 Invoker more in a late game scenario.
Really?
I think OG is also playing a bit better than LFY.
Orthotic Shield.
No, as in like.
Oh, level 25.
I like Invoker
I
at
thought you were
25.
talking about
What is
rankings.
in those wings?
I thought we were talking about the rankings, dude.
No, I'm just saying in this game, I think Invoker hitting 25 is going to take over. Also, I think the rest of OG supports.
Yeah, they are playing way better.
Yeah.
LFY is kind of just running in one by one, and we've been seeing them get punished for it quite a few times. Super has to be KP. Does have the Shivas, though. He's going in, baby. He wants to commit to this fight with the Burrow Strike coming through. The follow-up is there. Silence, and now forcing on his heels, but he has a BKB to counter the Super. Staying alive for now, but at the same time not getting kills with that Exorcism. They've lost their Sand King. The Nyx has to buy back to try and make the most of this. They know they have to turn this fight because if they don't, they're going to get crushed when the Exorcism ends. Even through the cheese, the Supernova secures it. Down goes the DP, out for 70. LFY falling apart, crumbling, just getting shredded at the seams. And now Fly jumping in. There's a Yules to prevent that TP out. They'll find DDC as well. A sad Warlock goes home. So that was a dieback on the Nyx. Didn't see. Did anyone else buy back?
Dude, Kar, what a hero.
Yep. Super can't carry this alone, dude. I feel like he's really the only one that's doing anything on the side of LFY.
I really
Almost every fight the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Started with an LFY hero running in, dying before the team's there, and then the fight breaks up.
Monet is not doing his part in my opinion. The item build that he went for, the lack of Dragonlance, is really hurting his early game damage.
Fly's been able to get off some pretty good eggs this game, and he's been relatively impoverished.
Yeah.
They're playing really well around a Stampede. Like that fight, they just kited the BKBs with Stampede. Yep. That's pretty good. Trading 2 BKBs for 1 Stampede, that's a win. Actually, they used Ana's BKB too, but
Still a win.
still a win.
Stampede, get them out. To the chopper. Oh, that courier! Don't sack the courier!
No Tail trying to micro here, going for the TP. Apu! Ooh! Just misses.
Courier's still there. Ooh.
Wait.
Oh, dude. If he had Lance.
He had Lance.
He had
Dude,
Lance.
they hesitated for like half a second for that courier.
Yep.
I think this courier is the one that if you pop it on the Radiant side, it's like a white fox. And if you pop it on Dire side, it's like a black cat thing.
It is.
Great design.
Okay, so is there anything that's going to change the pace of this game for LFY?
Starting a fight with Nyx and Sand King both alive.
Okay, that's something that hasn't happened yet, so you can't count on that.
They do have this duo dynamic combo together, but there's a BKB on Ana, so even if they can somehow force it out, I don't know that they can kill him. There's at least a BKB pop.
Stampede BKB,
committed.
OP.
And nothing to counter it, aside from a rock drop. And good luck getting DDC to the fight.
Time to Abyssal Weaver.
Abyssal Weaver. Oh, this Weaver is too poor for that.
Wait, what is he getting?
He's getting a Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a good way to do it.
I mean, he has a lot of net worth. It's just that compared to the last game, his impact just is not really felt.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to deal with the egg. He hasn't really been like forcing a lot of spells out from the side of OG. But I say that it is pretty hard to deal with CK. You can't clear those illusions quickly, and you have to like fear for your life. I think you still have to build BKB versus CK just because of that. But once he gets 25, it doesn't even matter. You just get pwned by that Reality Rift.
Well, I think the difference is that last game, the Weaver was able to just go to the back line and just chop down supports. But the Stampede has made it so difficult for them to converge.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to complete kills as much. And the other thing is, he was also just creating space for Lone Druid, who was just farming everything for 40 minutes and was actually outpacing the Weaver net worth. But this game, you know, Death Prophet can't really take advantage of the space the same way. Here comes two smokes, crossing paths, meeting in the night. S4 blinks in, counter blink out, and now the two-hero burrow. Good opening here, the rockets dropped. The combination is there from LFY, but do they have the follow-up damage? Weaver chasing in, is going to mow down that Phoenix nice and early. Now getting onto Ana, forcing him on his heels. He's quite low already. Jerax next on the list. The Phoenix buys back, no tell. Meanwhile, does get the DP, the Exorcism down. Can they still kill off that Chaos Knight? Doesn't have a whole lot to work with any longer. Little doo-doo in the backlines, but S4 tanks through it. Deals with the Scorpion, slaps him down. Ends up being a triple kill for Monet. Still a 3v3 though, with most abilities offline. Ana staying alive, but Monet wants to pursue. Chasing after, not him, but Fly. This would be a dieback if the Phoenix goes down. Continues Suzukuchi through the trees, but has to respect the Sentry Ward. The egg comes out, and he will have to back away. Doesn't have the attack speed to finish that off. And now, meanwhile, S4 wants to regroup, reconvene, go again. And he will. Now the familiar stomp setting up the Centaur stomp into the Sunstrike, into the Sun Ray. The power of the sun compels LFY to the grave. OG just outlasting them in the fight.
I think Super made a huge mistake. He was charging in, he was doing his thing, didn't activate his BKB, and Notel, recognizing that, threw a Chaos Bolt, 4 illusions on him, insta-kill. Couldn't get off Yules, couldn't get off BKB. And I think without the DP damage, they just lose.
That's the thing. At this point, Super has to play perfectly for them to have a chance.
Right. He's been playing really well, but had a little bit input error there.
They could maybe close it out here if they can just find a couple LFY heroes out of position. You have to be careful. Do OG just go high ground now? 39 minutes in, they've got their Aegis, they've got their cheese, Ags is up on the Visage.
Rock's down for a minute. I think it's go time.
Exorcism down for 30.
I think they're at that point in the game too where Invoker just controls the fight way too easily.
And there's no way to jump him, really.
Yeah.
Even with Rock, Epicenter, Burrow Strike, and Nyx double stun, I don't think they kill him before the Stampede lets him get out.
Let's just say he built BKB at the right time. This Invoker.
What was the timing that he got it? After the Lincolns, or?
Before the Lincolns, I think.
It was pretty much when they all tried to kill him, which is the right time.
So after Ana finishes Ana time, he came out with the BKB and be like, okay.
Yep, you can't kill me. And it was when the split push was becoming a big threat, and they're like, okay, we gotta stop the split push, but then they couldn't kill Ana. So then they got split pushed, and they wasted their time trying to defend against it, and they fell behind the net worth. Sad times. Yep, now No-Tail is very, very large He needs a heart. Ooh, he has Diffusal now. Bye-bye supports.
Nice choice versus these carries. It's just so much damage.
Yep. Also pops the Lincolns on Monet, so you have to BKB. You can't rely on as the Chaos Bolt is flying towards you, you can just diffuse right before, and then if you don't BKB, you're just dead. So.
What do you guys think about the double Chaos Knight games where used to that you see a lot of Midases on Chaos Knight to kind of make sure you stay extremely relevant in the late game? No-Tail decided to like fight really hard this game early on, and then Arteezy...
I think he's a fighter personally.
Okay. So you think the Midas builds are...
I think you can fight. I think you can get Midas. You just have to fight early.
Okay.
Because the hero, like, what are you going to farm with? Armlet, Echo? That takes you forever. It takes you a while to farm it, especially if you have a tough lane. But I can see why he did it, just because he had a really tough lane and was like, okay, if I go into fights, I'm going to die and be even poorer. So I wanted to farm it up.
I mean, fighting in itself with CK is very risky, right? Because if you lose those fights, then it's double whammy because you don't get the gold bounty and then you die.
Is there a late game play for LFY? Is something that gets them back in it?
Kill Invoker.
Warlock refresher?
I think even getting CK to like half before he pops BKB is a pretty good way to start off the fight. I think if you get him to that point and he doesn't pop cheese and he splits, you can kill all his illusions very quickly.
It's always Fly. They're going to initiate on him once again. This time, though, he won't have the buyback, I believe, because he did use the last fight to get back into it. The Rockets drop, the BKB's committed. They're diving onto S4. Stampede's already been used. Down goes the Centaur early. Now they're going to chase for more. Jerix gets dealt with by Monet for now, pumping the damage into him. He's very tanky with the Gravekeeper's Club and No-Tail having a free time of it in the back line. Sure, he might be half the net worth of Honor, but you wouldn't know it from the damage he's dishing out. Got the bonus illusion, made the most of it.
Yeah, without that, even if that problem is back, she doesn't have ulti, so she's kind of a non-factor at this point. And the CK illusions were able to just destroy them because they do have to go on the Phoenix a lot, or they do feel like they need to go on the Phoenix. I think the target priority is CK, getting him really low before the BKB pop, and if the egg goes off, so be it. But you can kind of take the fight away from the Phoenix instead of having everyone at full HP by the time the real fight starts.
Ana just throwing in the no-look Sunstrikes to drive LFY back on their heels. No-Tail diving deeper. They want to finish off this LFY squad right here, right now. Huge match for OG to take as they are in the thick of it, trying to stay upper four and get that winner's bracket advantage going into the main event that starts tomorrow. They pump into Monet. BKB, but all he can do is retreat. They'll clip the Warlock here with the Tornado. The final moments, it looks like death throes for LFY as they try desperately to hold on. The base crumbles around them, burning slowly down. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot left in the tank. They'll finally get Fly out for 100. Still Invoker is Aegis though. They'll maybe kill him once, can kill him again, but the Familiars, combine that with On and the Tornado, manages to catch two, is completely turning this fight on its head. Well, they'll crack the Aegis, but good luck killing this man a second time. They'll try. Got the Carapace. They time the stun right. BKB is available, so he could just BKB TP if he so desires, but he'll Ghost Walk instead, trying to run away. The Dust slowing them down. They've got the Blink soon. They have the Yules as well. S4, he's baited them in. Now the BKB. Turn around Meatball Roast Special. OG put a cork in it. This one is over.
I don't think that connected.
Just go with it, Lumi.
The way that the Centaur and the Invoker did. That was
just roll with
that
it.
was great.
Just roll with it, Lumi.
Can we get that?
Can we get it again? Over.